honors, all the in charges, parents, teachers and my dear friends.
The children of today will make the India of tomorrow. The way we bring them up will determine the future of the country. As said by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who was fondly, lovingly and popularly known as Chacha Nehru among children.
Children's Day is celebrated across India to raise the awareness about rights, education and welfare of children. It is celebrated on 14 November every year to mark the birth anniversary of the country's first Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who was known to have been fond of children. On this very special day, we would like to wish all the children Happy Children's Day. This year, Rimzhim Roaring Talents is successfully concluded. It is carried out today just as it has been done from the very beginning. It is our ambition to continue this tradition into the future.
It was very exciting me to watch all your great efforts. I witnessed great, strong competitiveness throughout the day. This fully demonstrates the students' harmonious spirit and was wonderful to see so many people not only being so positive and cheerful but also being tremendously proactive.
They were always challenging themselves and put in a strong fighting spirit. Throughout the day, I was truly moved by all my friends.
Today you all cheered for each other until you lost your voice. You all spent the day together supporting your winners and friends. It was sports, games and literacy filled, all full of joy and laughter.
I feel so proud of everyone's performance and how they cheered each other on. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart. However, none of this could have been possible without our teachers. They have put in deal of hard work preparing for this event. As we can see from the day's great success, they have put in great deal of work and had it so carefully planned out.
Sport venues are beautifully prepared and the students were well trained. Due to everyone's effort and participation, it has been an unforgettable experience. And I hope everyone takes away some wonderful memories. You had an enjoyable experience and not just found pleasure in winning.
Victory comes from striving to do your best and success is how you carry out the process. You will always take with you as you move forward in life.
Finally, thank you all again and may you be blessed with happiness and joy.
Thank you, Dedipya and Govardhini, and it's my proud privilege to invite all the skillful scholars onto the stage who perform the duties of administrators and student teachers on Teachers' Day 2022. The day was really memorable for all the students, including teachers. Let me invite them onto the dais. I begin with Master G. Bharat Venkat of Class 10 Sri Prakash Vidyaniketan, Paikrapeta to come onto the stage. Can you please, my dear Bharat? He hails from Kakinada. His father was late Sri GVSS Prakash Rao, who worked abroad as a software engineer, and mother is Srimati G. Rajeshwari, who is a homemaker. His hobbies are playing football and watching anime. He would like to become a software developer. He played the role of a spoken English teacher on Teachers' Day. He was worried a lot about how he would perform in classes but felt quite satisfied when he started teaching. He had a spectacular experiences with his juniors, and so he would like to take up the role as a student teacher once again. Congratulations, dear Bharat.
Master K. Hemman of Class 10 CBSE Sri Prakash Vidyaniketan, Paikrapeta to grace the stage. Hemman, can you please? He hails from Vamaram. His father is Sri K. Narasimhamurthy, who is a farmer, and his mother is Srimati K. Chakrama, who is a homemaker. His hobbies are reading moral stories and watching anime. He would like to become a CSE student in IIT. He played the role of the academic coordinator on Teachers' Day. In his words, he expressed that it was an unforgettable day in his life. It is the day which made him to know about the struggle of teachers to control the children. He enjoyed the kids who made him laugh. He felt that he would not get such a wonderful day in his life again. Congratulations, dear him.
Now, I request Ms. B. Hashita of Class 10 State Board, Sri Prakash Vidyaniketan, Paikrapeta to grace the stage. Can you please, dear Hashita? She hails from PL Her father is Sri B. Venkatramana, who is a government teacher, and her mother is Srimati B. Uma Devi, who is a homemaker. She would like to become a scientist in ISRO. She played the role of headmaster on Teachers' Day. Being the headmistress for one day, it was an unforgettable experience for her. She enjoyed a lot with her fellow students on that day. Congratulations, dear Harshita.
Now I proudly invite Miss P. Chandreshri of Class 10 CBSE Sri Prakash Vidyaniketan Paikropeta onto the stage. Can you please dear Chandana? She hails from Gopalpuram. Her father is Sri K. V. Ramakrishna Reddy, who is employed in a private company, and her mother is Srimati V. Rajni, who is a homemaker. Her hobbies are reading books and playing games. She would like to become an army officer in. She played the role of the vice principal on Teachers' Day. She was very happy to play that role. In spite of having many difficulties, her teachers helped her to overcome them. She was very much happy. She was very much and quite excited when she sat in the chair of vice principal. Thank you.
Last but not least, I would like to invite Miss K. Pujita Devi of Class 10 State Board, Sri Prakash Vidyaniketan Tuni to come on to the dais. Can you please oblige us, dear Pujita? She hails from Tuni. Her father is Sri K. Srinivas, who is a BSc degree holder, and her mother is Srimati K. Satyaveni, who is a homemaker. Her hobbies are reading books and playing games. She played the role of the proctor of CBSE on Teachers' Day. She felt very happy while playing the role. She thought that it was the greatest opportunity to show her talent and to know about her capability. She was supported by every fellow student. It was a pleasant experience for her. Congratulations, Pujita. It's my pleasure to invite onto the stage Sri D.V. Srinivas Sir, Headmaster of Sri Prakash Vidyaniketan State Board and also the Convener of Rimzhim 2022 to share his views on this joyous occasion. Sir, could you please?
Respected dignitaries, chief guests, CP sir, and parents, teachers, and all my young friends. It's very warm welcome to you all, and good afternoon, and happy Children's Day to all my friends. I feel very much delighted to present the Convener's report for the 16th edition of Rimzhim. I hope the intention behind designing such a mega event has started bearing fruits in terms of national level participation, presentation and winning in various areas by Sri Prakash students. Dear friends, limitations live only in our minds, but if you use your imaginations, our possibilities become limitless. This was proved by our friends. Now, I would like to present the statistics that everybody should believe that these statistics will help us in project and progress and take corrective steps in future. We believe that great men were children one day and children can be great someday. You are all children now, and great people who we are seeing now, they are also children someday. Now, when it comes to the statistics, Rimzhim is an inter-school competition of Sri Prakash schools in Tuni, Paikropet and Annavaram. The competition is held in 23 disciplines for sub-juniors and 29 disciplines for juniors and 29 disciplines for seniors and 9 disciplines for super seniors in music, literary, fine arts, theatre arts and sports and games. In my point of view, this Rimzhim 2022 is very special as it kicked away the lethargy created by the pandemic. We have been overwhelmed by the presentation of the students for who believe in statistics. I would like to present few details. 90% of the students participated in one or other different levels and over 4,500 participations. On an average, every student participated either 3 or 4 events. In some cases, some students participated maximum of 8 events. I congratulate all the students who made their event a resounding success. The competitions have held at different venues, overall 5 venues for 4 days, and the amount of effort put forth by the teachers deserves a special mention here. Without their efforts, organizing such a huge event in a short span of time is nearly impossible. 45 judges have adjudicated their performances, and the judges also felt that the performances are really enjoyable for them. And the holistic development of students is Sri Prakash striving for. We believe that Rimzhim is one more positive step in that direction. Our children have given a good account of their leadership qualities, organizational skills, and teamwork and sportive spirit by extending their happiness and congratulating the winning team. We really want this possibility, this trait to be developed in their personality. For this, really students need to have a big round of applause for this. They say to make children good, we need to make them happy. The joyful faces we saw for the last 4 days and the pleasant memories will stay for long. I know that it's a lifetime memory even for the students as well. We receive a lot of suggestions from parents, teachers, well-wishers of Sri Prakash, and we will try to accommodate in the upcoming Rimzhim editions. Last but not the least, I thank our management for great support and ever-ready guidance. Only the dynamic vision has made all this possible. Considering the fact that this is just a 16th edition and it's going to have wonderful future in the upcoming years. And dear students, you got exposure, now it is time for you to add more to your personality. Wish you all success and thank you all. Jai Hind.
It fosters productive learning relationship among panelists and participants. In addition, it allows everyone to reflect and think critically when listening to different perspectives. Now let us enjoy a live exhibition of the hidden talents of our today's child guest, presence of mind, through the panel discussion on the topic, does comparison enhance efficiency or increase pressure? May I request Sri MVVS Murthy sir to take over the further process.
Namaste everyone. Esteemed Chief Guest of the Day, our correspondents, parents, teachers, and my dear young friends. It's an honor to be with these child guests and sharing the stage with these future stars. We're always happy seeing you going places, proving yourself. And on the occasion of this Children's Day, we would like to listen from you what you feel about comparison. We do a lot of comparison in every walk of life. So our topic of discussion today is, does comparison enhance efficiency or increase pressure? So in this aspect, first I would like to listen from Mr. Bharat what he feels about this comparison, whether it would enhance efficiency or increase pressure.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity, sir. So, in my opinion, I believe that comparison is definitely necessary. It helps make the efficiency of the students much better. But comparison should be done to a particular extreme. We shouldn't go too overboard. As everyone says, too much of anything is not good. So similarly, in my opinion, comparison is definitely needed. When we talk about comparison is of two different types, and it can also be done in two different ways. Comparison can be done between two different individuals, or rather an individual's present performance when compared to his past performance. And when we talk about the types of comparison, there's obviously good comparison and bad comparison. If we move on to bad comparison, it's usually demotivating the child or demotivating the student. So what we can see commonly, I believe that we all might be experiencing, is that if your friend was able to get first rank, whereas you weren't able to even enter the top 3, usually your parents would ask, why were you unable to get the first rank or at least any top 3 rank? Don't be scolding us and trying to demotivate us a bit. So rather than this, if we're able to help the student find out what he done wrong in his preparation, because I always know that preparation is the outcome. Whatever our preparation is, that's the result that we'll be getting. So similarly, why don't we help the student see the differences between his preparation compared to someone which has actually got the first try. He's able to improve his methods of practice and he's able to find much more efficient ways of doing work. So this is why I believe that it is necessary for efficiency. And when we move on to good comparison, as I told, there were two types between individuals, between past and present performances. When we compare ourselves with someone else, rather than just feeling jealous that he's at such a high point, we should feel as if what is he doing that I am not doing, and we should try to improve our plan. And when we compare our performances from the past to present, we'll be able to see what we have to still improve on and what should be improved. Thank you.
Okay, what I get from you is see, compare the process, not just the product, because preparation is more important than the outcome, and if you can really focus on that, that might help. But Hemant, in the first place, why should we compare a person with another person?
Sir, comparison is required because in this competitive world, one can give his best only if he compare with others. So by comparison, he can know what his faults, and comparing can be done in two ways. One is a negative comparison and a positive comparison. In negative comparison is done in wrong aspects like luxury life and all. And this type of comparison should not be done. If this type of comparison is done, it could create jealous and further on it leads to stress. But positive comparison is needed because positive comparison shows us our mistakes and further on it it enhances efficiency in us. So positive comparison is required in today's world because there is much more competition outside that we need to face. So comparison should be done with our previous performances so that we can know our mistakes and we can certify it.
Okay. Pujita, we often are exposed to this comparison. We are compared with other people and all. What do you feel when you are compared with someone? Are you happy?
Before coming to this question, let's discuss some points on comparison. Consideration or estimation of the similarities and the dissimilarities between two people or things is defined as comparison. According to me, comparison is of four types: positive comparison, negative comparison, and self-comparison or internal comparison and external comparison. Negative comparison is nothing but when we get negative impact or when we think comparison in a negative way, then it is called negative comparison. For example, in a class there will be a topper and the student who will be below average, or we call them as a duller. When teacher compares that person with the topper of the class, he feels that teacher insulted me in front of my students and in front of my friends, and he'll feel bad. This is nothing but negative comparison. From negative comparison we get stress. And coming to positive comparison, when we get positive impact or we take comparison in a positive way, it's called positive comparison. It is nothing but, take the same example, when teacher compares topper of the class and the duller of the class, when the duller feels that teacher said something and we should improve in our knowledge, this helps us to motivate and improvement in our progress. And coming to self-comparison or internal comparison, it is done. From this we can be motivated and we can try to get more skills. And coming to external comparison, it was done between two individuals. From this, more stress will be formed, and due to this we'll get depression and it leads to anxiety and etc. Coming to my question,
Are you happy when someone compares you with another person?
actually we won't feel happy, sir, because if somebody compares us with someone, there is both positive and negatives. When we take in a positive way, we'll feel happy, and when we take it in a negative way, we'll feel bad, sir. If we take it in a positive way, we'll success in life, and if we take it in a negative way, it leads to many bad situations.
Okay. Chandana, I think all of you are trying to be diplomatic and trying to say that okay, comparison is all right and all that. From the bottom of your heart, I would like you to share what are the feelings or what are the emotions you get when you are compared with someone.
The feelings we get when we are compared is based on us. The way we take the comparison is which is done by our parents, teachers, or even our relatives is based on us. It is just from my bottom of heart. I in some cases feel nervous while comparing to others, but in some cases I feel happy while I'm compared to others. So, for example, in studies, I take it as in a positive way. If I take it as in a positive way, I can improve myself and even I can show my best in the studies. Or else, if I take it negatively and I feel that I can't do it, or else I can still decrease my marks and I may be as a failure. So, according to studies, I'll take it positively. And in some cases, like playing games or some games which I don't like, I'll sometimes take it negatively, sir. Which I don't like means if my parents or teachers force me to play a game which I don't like, I feel a bit nervous. So in this case, I take the comparison as negative. Thank you.
Okay, you mean to say in the areas of your interest, when you are compared, you feel motivated and you want to do something. But when you are compared in any field which you don't like, then you feel stressed.
No, sir. If the field helps me, I take it as a positive way. And if I think it is unnecessary and it doesn't help in my career, then I take it in a negative way. So, according to my career, some are good studies and sometimes some sports are also helping us to build our career, and sometimes our naughtiness or even our means our silliness make us lose our fail our career. So I take it in a negative way. Thank you.
Harshita, when someone says, look at him how he is doing, look at her how she is doing, why can't you do like that? You are not doing as they are doing. How do you react to that?
Sir, actually I believe that every human being is different, sir, and everyone have different talents, sir. So when someone compare me with other person, when someone compares me with other person, I don't actually care, sir, because comparing yourself with other person makes you feel that you're not good enough, and it makes you feel worthless, sir, and it can cause stress, sir. But when we compare ourselves with our role models, then we can get inspiration from them and we can improve, sir.
Okay. Who is your role model and how do you compare yourself with that role model?
Sir, my role model is APJ Abdul Kalam, sir.
How do you compare yourself with him?
Sir, Abdul Kalam is a hardworking person, sir. Abdul Kalam is a hardworking person, sir. He was a paper boy, sir, and he became a president. So I wanted to be like him, sir. I would like to start from the crash, and I would like to be on the top, sir.
Okay. You are prepared to start from scratch and get on to the top. And that's the quality which you compare with Abdul Kalam. So Chandana, do you have such a role model, and are you also comfortable with any such comparison?
Yes, sir, I do have a role model. I once compare with my father. I take him as my role model. I means how he is able to do that big job. I always compare with him, and even I ask him, how can you do all these? And he'll be saying, that's all my life. And when I look into his life, I'll compare with his stamina. Sir. He always does everything what he feels and everything what even everyone feels. So I take it as that my father, I should also be like my father, and even I'll compare with his studies. How could he get that job? I want to give my best in the studies, and I'll always compare with my father even in that issue. Thank you.
Okay. Harshita, sir, Pujita, see, tell me about one comparison which you never liked or which you felt bad. Tell us your experience where you felt bad when you're compared with something. So that we can understand what goes through a child's mind when they are compared in a particular situation.
When my parents compare with my brother,
Okay.
actually, even I tried hard to achieve to be in a better position or score high marks in education. My parents will compare me and my elder brother, sir.
Okay. And you don't like it.
I'll feel bad, sir. Even I tried hard, I can't. Sometimes I can't get, sir.
Yeah.
At that time, I will feel bad.
Okay. And then how do you address that? How do you face it? What do you tell yourself or what do you tell your parents when that happens to you?
I'll tell myself that next time I should try more harder than now, and I should score more marks.
So you apply more pressure on yourself. That way comparison is increasing pressure. Okay. So
But it will give nice, proper result, no, sir. Good result.
okay. With a lot of stress, you think that you will get a good result as well. Okay. Hemant, can you share an experience where you felt motivated with a comparison?
Sir, every time I compare with those who are ahead of me, who are scoring more than me, so that I can motivate myself. If they can do it, why can't I do it? So I'll try my level best to score more than. In every aspect I compare with those who are getting more marks than me.
So usually this comparison, all of you seem to be doing with respect to marks. Are there any other areas where you can compare yourself or you would like to compare yourself with others? Bharat,
Yes, sir, there are definitely many other areas that I would like to compare myself with others. One of those would be definitely in sports. I might be considered a bit sport crazy, I don't mind, but I really like the competitiveness and the excitement that I get out of sports. So basically, whenever there's a competition, running, football, kho, let it be any sport, what really motivates me to even become my best, because we would be seeing all these other great talents coming from different areas and they'll be competing with one another. So by comparing myself with some of the best athletes in a particular region, I'll be like, they're able to do that, come on, I can also do it too. It motivates me, it hypes me up. This takes away the pressure and makes it more like a competition for ourselves to become better. Because at the end of the day, if it benefits us, it's definitely worth it. So sports and physicality would be definitely a point.
you would like to actually compare your performances in sports
Yes,
rather than in the marks and all that.
Yes, sir, definitely.
Okay. There is this popular notation like when people say compare a duck with a monkey and tell the duck that you can't really climb the trees, then will comparison enhance efficiency of a duck?
In this case, definitely not, sir, because we're talking about two different creatures. These creatures can be symbolized as two different students, because we know that students are very different. They have their own interests and they have their own specialities. So when we basically ask a duck to climb a tree like a monkey, it's like asking an engineering student to do biology. It's quite out of the field, they're not used to it. In this case, it doesn't benefit a duck whatsoever, because in what part of its life does it need to ever climb a tree? Whereas a monkey lives on the tree, so of course it requires that skill. But when we go over to a duck, it doesn't benefit the duck whatsoever. In this case, definitely comparison is not at all helpful.
Okay. So, but Hemant, the problem with us or as teachers or even as parents is that we think all human beings are same. See, duck and monkey are different creatures, but human beings have all same features. So can't we compare human beings in all the areas?
Sir, they may be same, sir, but their skills are different from one another. It's like comparing Sachin with APJ Abdul Kalam and asking Sachin to make a missile, sir. It's like that. So we cannot compare. Everybody has their own talent.
Okay, well said. I think you have hit the nail on the head. You can't ask Tendulkar to make a missile or Kalam to hit a sixer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So compare people in comparable terms or in their fields of interest rather than comparing according to our wishes or comparing siblings. As Pujita was saying, don't compare the siblings. Have your parents come today, Pujita? Yeah, I think they're listening to you. Okay. And if you have something to say to the teacher, see, one of the objectives of this panel discussion is the voice of children has to be heard by the adults also. These are a selected lot. They go through a lot of process. On Teachers' Day, they have performed different roles. And after that, they had a written test and 2 rounds of interview. And finally, they are here out of number of students. So we take your voice as the voice of the students here. If you have something to say to the teachers about comparison, what would you say? Don't worry, you are safe.
Actually, teachers always think about the future of the students.
Okay.
So, whatever teacher does is the right thing. We can't judge any teacher. So,
If you have a request, okay, to tell them is a difficult thing, I know. So maybe if you want to request teachers about something about comparison, what would be your request?
first of all, we should not compare anyone. If any student got less marks, we should encourage them and we should motivate them. First of all, we should not compare. Even if we motivate and we give them more work, then also if the student didn't get good marks, then we should compare and we should tell them that you should do like this, then your future will be successful. Then we should compare.
2 days back in our Rajahmundry campus, one 6th class boy during this panel discussion has come onto the stage and said that, sir, if I am compared to a person who is running very fast, like Usain Bolt, and my parents or my teachers compare me with him, and if I try to run that fast, I will fall down and break my legs. Why should I do that? So I'll ignore such comparison. That's what he said. And it was an eye-opener for me, like a 6th grade boy coming onto the stage and speaking that. So, Chandana, you also have a sibling, right? Are you also subjected to this sibling comparison?
No, sir.
No, okay. So, what would you like to suggest parents about comparison? Not exactly your parents, but usually you would have talked to your friends would have experienced something. Do you have any suggestion for the parents?
It's really a tough thing to give a suggestion to your parents, sir. So,
Yeah, go ahead.
a small suggestion to parents: please don't compare the siblings to their please don't compare the siblings. Means if one of the boy is not at all reading well and one is reading good, they should not compare, sir. The boy or girl who is not at all reading well, they should they should take care of the child where he is doing a mistake and rectify him. But they should not compare and say that you are not at all doing and you are not at all able to do this and you will not do this. The child may lose their confidence, sir. So they have to just motivate them but not to demotivate them. Thank you.
Okay. Harshita, comparison is also done by neighbors and other relatives and all that. So what would be your suggestion to all such people who compare among relatives and neighbors? Does it help, or how would you like that comparison to be?
Sir, I don't like the comparison
which neighbors and relatives make, sir. Because they don't realize they don't realize that every human being is different, sir. Every child is different, sir. So they think that every child is same, sir, and they have same intellectual, sir. So they compare, sir. I feel that it is not good, sir, because it increases stress in that child, sir, and also sometimes it can make the child a pessimist, sir. When a child becomes a pessimist, the child will always have negative attitude and he will be reluctant to have any other future plans, sir.
Okay. Once you feel pessimistic, when you feel worthless, maybe you will stop trying. So give us some comparable terms which are compatible for us, right? Rather than giving us huge comparisons or where we can't really reach those expectations. Fine. Now we throw it open to the audience. If we can take 3 questions from the audience. If anyone from the audience have any question to the panel to ask about, does comparison enhance efficiency or increase pressure? Anyone from the audience who would like to ask a question? Okay. Yes, please come. You can come to this point. You have a mic here. Yeah.
Thank you, sir, first of all. So, thank you, sir, first of all. So, why is it necessary to compare anyone?
Why should we compare? This is the question. So why should you compare? Anyone who would like to answer?
Comparison, as you said, it is required. In some cases, such as studies, you will be comparing to your best friends. So comparison is required where you can show your best. And in some cases, the comparison is not yet required because in that area you need not to show your best. So in this way, I can say that comparison is required for bringing out the best in you. And even you can bring out your hidden talents during comparison with others, or even you can improve yourself with your past performance. Means if your past performance is not yet good, if you compare yourself, then you can improve your present performance and you can show your best. So this is why comparison is required.
Okay.
Okay, sister, I agree. But let me give you an example and just please say, should I need to compare or not? First of all, I'm sorry. As the Rimzhim event is going on, if I participate in this Rimzhim event and if I got any prize, what is the answer actually? Nothing is worthless. As because I won't even get Abhinandan also because of participating in this. Then should they need to compare that she participated, but why you didn't participate? That means you shouldn't get any rank or anything, that you don't want anything to get. That means we should compare in that case or not, sir? It is worthless to participate. I'm not saying we can show our talent at any place, sir. But if we show here, I agree, it is so nice in front of all the teachers and all our friends. But are we getting anything? Like you are seeing me now, sir, 1 or 2 times only you'll remember me. After that, you won't remember even my name also, sir. Just it will end up to giving the prizes only. Then what will be the next?
See, the point is this question posed to me?
Anyone know?
Okay, fine. If it is posed to me, her question is, as far as I understand, sir, once I participate in Rimzhim and get a prize, you will give me a prize and forget me after that. So, should I participate in this and compare myself with my colleagues and my classmates? Is it worth it? That's what you are asking.
Is it worth it really?
Is it worth participating? Yes, it is 100 times worth participating. Because participation is life. You will be able to assess your own skills. Whether you are better than your friend or not doesn't matter. When you participate, you will always gain experience. The problem with most of the present, it's very harsh to say this when you talk about younger generations. They want only success. If I participate, I should win a prize. Otherwise, what's the use? See, there is nothing like win or lose. If you win a prize. If you lose, you will gain experience. In both the cases, you gain experience. Suppose you don't participate, then there is no question of gaining experience, neither a chance of winning or losing.
Yes, sir, I agree. But some people will be there, sir. Let me take my friend as example. She participates in every program, sir, since her third class onwards, I think.
Great.
I joined in 6th class,
Okay.
so that the 6th and 7th went on in Corona, so that I'm new to this programs and everything. So my friend said that I participated from 3rd class onwards, but nothing is there. I am participating and trying to get this any gift, like a book you're giving, like anything you're giving, even they are giving Abhinandan also. I'm participating, I'm trying to get, but why I'm not able to get? They're comparing with me. My teachers are comparing with me also, that I'm not able to motivate more. I'm just demotivating. They're demotivating me.
Okay.
So what is
Right.
the result
See, what
for this?
she is experiencing is she is feeling demotivated when she is not able to do when compared to someone else. So perhaps she is requesting all of us that please don't compare, allow us to compete. Why do you compare our performances? Leave us free. We will participate. Oh, you all seem to be agreeing with this. Right. We are listening to you and we'll remember this. We will not compare you with any one of your friends. We would like to compare only your performances with your own or with some set benchmarks. For example, if you want to go for a 100 meters running race, what is your comparison? Your set standard can be your state record. Suppose you understand that your state record is 10.8 seconds or something like that. Then you are at some 11.5 or 12.5. Then you understand that I am this far from this state level record. Then when you have a benchmark to compare, when you have a standard to compare your performance, then it's not going to give you any sort of pressure, right? But when you feel worthless or worthwhile only when you compare with others, then probably it is causing some pressure. So comparison will enhance efficiency if you focus on the standard. Compare your performance with a standard performance rather than comparing yourself with another person. The student guests who are talking about all this today, perhaps we're also trying to say this, that compare us in our field of interest. I'm interested in sports and you compare my academics with my other friend. And I'm good at academics and you compare my sports performance with others. See, that boy is playing well, you are only studying. Or perhaps you are playing well, see, you are always playing, but look at his studies. These are wrong comparisons, right? This is what you want them to avoid and this is what you want to say. And there is a difference between comparison and feedback. Comparison, you talk about two people. Feedback, you talk about that person's performance and give him ways to improve. You tell him, suppose he is running a race, you tell him that your stride is short, stretch it. Then it is a way forward. You are comparing his stride, his performance, not a person. So let us be very careful in comparing people. Listening to this young generation, look at their agony, anguish, and she doesn't want to leave this mic. She wants to tell everyone, please don't compare us with
Okay, sir. I agree with this. So now I just want to ask one more. Sir, may I know who is your role model?
Right. Now, actually this is a day for children. and somehow you are making it a conversation between you and me.
Just one, sir. Who is your role model?
Okay. You're not going to leave me here. Right, I like your spirit. See, I don't have one role model. See, if you look at games and sports, if you talk about fitness, I take Virat Kohli or Dhoni as a role model.
So then that means you're comparing with others.
No, role model, I'm talking about the amount of time they spend on fitness. Suppose it is a research orientation. I may have someone else as my role model. So when you are looking at only a quality in a person which you want to acquire, then comparison would help you.
So then role model, that just making someone as a role model is also not nice. I mean, is it like comparison only?
As long as you don't feel pressurized to become that, right? As long as you are only acquiring a quality out of them, it doesn't have any pressure. It would enhance your efficiency. You have taken a lot of time. In fact, you have taken their time as well. But we appreciate your spirit of questioning.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, child guests, student guests. It's been an honor discussing with you, listening to the next generation's voice. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, why to have class division based on merit?
Why do have class section division based on merit? This is her question, right? In fact, up to in almost all our classes, except those who are going for this IIT Foundation, we don't have any such division. Now we have all heterogeneous classes. We have all kinds of students in all the sections. This we have made it a policy. Now, in some cases, particularly in 10th class revision, when they go for board exams or so, we have certain division based on their requirement. Suppose there are some people who need extended work and more work for them, and if you combine them with someone who is not capable of taking that load and he regularly compares with the other classmate, he may be under stress. Only in such cases where some special care is required, we make those divisions. Otherwise, we believe in equality of all and we believe in heterogeneous classes.
Sir, is it a positive or negative to a student?
See, we need to tell you why we are doing this. Then you would go. Our intent should be clear. Otherwise, if we just do it without telling you why we are doing it, then it may cause stress.
And this question is not only asked by me, but my fellow students are also.
I know, I understand. And I am answering not only you, and I am answering all those people. Thank you.
Sir.
Okay.
First of all, thank you for giving this opportunity, sir. I don't like comparison, sir. But if a teacher or a parent, anybody want to instead of comparing where they can be comparing a motivational way, might change quickly, sir. Can I have a few words in your point of view?
Yeah, this is what we have been talking. We should always tell the way forward, give them feedback and tell them way forward, not just compare an individual with another individual. This is what we all believe in. That is all we will all strive. We are listening to all of you, as I said. They have talked about it. Some of you have talked about it. We understand this. We'll try to improve our understanding in handling students this way. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I feel highly privileged to invite our special guest, Dr. T.S. Reddy Garu, onto the dais. Sir, could you please?
Dr. Reddy is a graduate in civil engineering from Osmania University with master's degree from the University of Leeds, UK, and doctorate degree from Calcutta University in the field of transportation, engineering and planning. He carries 47 years of rich experience and exposure in the field of transportation, planning and engineering at national and international level. He has provided leadership in consultancy projects and research and development activities in the area of traffic and transport planning as head of the Traffic and Transportation Planning Division at the Central Road Research Institute. He led the comprehensive transportation studies of many cities in India. Notable ones are National Capital Territory of Delhi, Bombay Metropolitan Region and Hyderabad Metropolitan Area. He has also led road safety audit teams conducting safety audits of a number of highway sections in various stages like planning, designing, construction and operation in India while he was at CRRI and now with the LEA Associates. He is a founder member of the Institute of Urban Transport and a life member of the Indian Road Congress. He is also fellow of the Institution of Engineers. He is also a member of the Association of Airport Planners and Engineers. Dr. Reddy served as a technical expert in United Arab Republic on behalf of India. Dr. Reddy also worked with NMSCZ Private Limited, Navi Mumbai as President heading Transport Planning Group. Currently, he is advising LEA Associates South Asia Private Limited in the area of transport planning and engineering. He is also road safety specialist in the projects of ADB and IBRD spread across the country. Thank you, sir. We are really blessed to have your presence with us today on this mega event, Rimzhim 2022, which is a very special event for our children on this Children's Day.
I feel highly privileged to invite our guest of honor, Sri N. Nageshwara Garu, Associate Director Administration, Deccan Fine Chemical, to grace the stage. Sir, could you please oblige us?
A great person attracts great people and know how to hold them together. Sri N. Nageshwara Garu was born in an Orthodox family in Visayanagaram for the greatest couple of late Sri Anviya Murthy Garu and Srimati Annasa Lakshmi Garu. He is an industrious kid by birth and observation is the main tool for his success. His primary education started in his hometown, Visayanagaram, where he became a holistic scholar and developed leadership qualities which kept him in a pioneer position. He graduated his Bachelor of Arts from Osmania University with a high rank and certified Industrial Security Manager degree from National Industrial Security Academy, CISF, where he enhanced his skillful and societal decorum. He served the motherland from armed forces with Indian Navy from the period 1987 to 2002. He also worked in Government of India, automobile sector, investment banking, PSS coal mines, later in pharma industries, which helped him to gain knowledge. He is a specialist in industrial and information security that has specialized him to work in his Human Relations Department. He has presently been working as the Associate Director Administration in Human Relations and Administrative Department in Deccan Fine Chemicals India Private Limited. He has been recognized by his uncompromising working quality and helping attitude towards his co-employees. He got married and blessed with 2 sons and a daughter. He is the best role model for us with his hard-working nature. He is simple by looking and smart in working. We are really fortunate to have your presence today on this mega valedictory ceremony of Rimzhim 2022. Thank you, sir.
At the outset, I thank all the teachers and particularly my, I don't call him friend, my senior, Mr. Narasimha Garu, to have given me the opportunity to come and stand before you. Incidentally, Mr. Narasimha Garu and myself, we studied in the same college, REC Warangal. Though I have not written in my short brief what was given about my profile, I wrote only Osmania University because the degree was given by Osmania University. Otherwise, we are graduates from REC Warangal, which we take pride in telling that. And also at the same time, I am a little bit scared. Well, today I am able to speak a little bit of English after 50 years of working in different places. when I heard the youngsters who are sitting here, I was feeling nervous. My legs were shaking because I could never speak English. I could never speak English with the fluency and meaningfully as the youngsters talked a few minutes before on comparison. Comparison is required, but not in a way to let you down yourself. For example, the girl who came said, "Sir, we have been participating, nothing has happened. It is discouraging. You should not." Unfortunately, many of you may not have heard, maybe some of your parents might have heard the poem in Telugu which I am going to recite. ఆరంభింపరు నీచ మానవులు ఆరంభింపరు నీచ మానవులు విఘ్నాయాత సంత్రస్తులై, అంటే వచ్చే ఆపదలకు భయపడి అసలు ప్రారంభించరు, ఏదైనా పని చేయడానికి ఉద్యమించరు. ఆరంభించి పరిత్యజించెదరు విఘ్నాయత్తులై మధ్యములు, ఆపదలు చూసి మధ్యలోనే వదిలిపెడతారు కొందరు. ధీరుల్ విఘ్న నిహస్యమాన్యులగుచున్, ధీరుల్ విద్య నిహస్యమాన్యులగుచున్ ధృత్యున్నతోత్సాహులై ప్రారబ్ధములు ఉజ్జగింపరుసుమి ప్రజ్ఞానిధులు కావునను. ప్రజ్ఞానిధులు, నీ కంపారిజన్ ఎప్పుడు కూడాను ప్రజ్ఞానిధులు అవ్వాలి. ఐ షుడ్ బికమ్ ద బెస్ట్. You should compare yourself with what your performance is. That is important. And here, I'm sure all of you must have heard or known Mahabharatam. Mahabharatam, Kurukshetra Yuddham, Kurukshetra Sangramam, ఆ కంపారిజన్తోనే మొదలైంది. దుర్యోధనుడు ఎప్పుడూ తనను పాండవులతో కంపేర్ చేసుకొని వాళ్ళకంటే నేను గొప్పవాడిని కావాలనుకున్నాడు, అంతేగాని తగిన యత్నాలు చేయలేదు. యత్నాలు చేస్తే అందరూ గొప్ప వాళ్ళు అవుతారు. అది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. సో నేను చెప్పొచ్చేది ఏంటంటే, రోల్ మోడల్స్ అనేది, యాజ్ సంబడి సెడ్, యూ షుడ్ హ్యావ్ ఎ రోల్ మోడల్. దట్ రోల్ మోడల్ ఈజ్ టు emulating the qualities that role model has and trying to reach that qualities, trying to acquire that qualities, trying to stand up to that qualities. If you can't reach, you should not feel sort of discouraged, or you should not feel that, you could not achieve it. That is not the thing. You should always try to be a role model by yourself. That is one thing. Another thing I would like to know, how many of you know the man of the millennium? Have you heard of the man of the millennium? Can anybody raise hands? Man of the millennium, Palam Kalyana Sundaram, a librarian in a college, was awarded the man of the millennium by the UNO. For what? Because all his life he only served the humanity by donating his salary every month to the poor people to get education and progress in their lives. While he donating the salaries to the poor people to feed himself, he used to do odd jobs and earn. That means he did not use the salary that he was earning. How he got it? How he got this particular quality? His mother had told him at the early age, because he lost his father at a very early age. At the early age, he had told, "Son, if you are able to see the smile on somebody's face by your acts, you are successful and you are a useful person." So that was the role model. That was his target for him. He wanted to see the smiles on the faces of the people who are in need, and he has helped. That is why. That's another good thing. Another one thing. You are all youngsters, as earlier we heard. You are going to be the future of the country. Mahatma Gandhi has said, take all good things from others, leave bad things to themselves. Normally what we do is, we try to criticize, or we try to bring, throw, I don't say mudslinging, we try to say that, that man has done like this, so he's bad. No, you should not worry about it. If he has good qualities, everyone will have good qualities. You should always emulate those qualities and take those qualities and live by themselves. And another thing is, for example, I don't say it was pointed by the speakers earlier. Be blind to the faults of elders. Be blind to the faults of elders. If the elders are doing some bad things, normally the children or somebody will like to point out and remember that and try to, sometimes I will point out and then say that, oh, he has done like this, why not I do like this? So such things should not be blind to them, and always respect elders. That is important. And the second thing is, give all comforts to your neighbors and take discomforts to yourself. You will feel the life is useful and enjoyable. Thank you very much. And all of you children, I bless all of you. Very bright future in your lives. Be a good human being and be happy. That is what is required. People generally think that, I should be a doctor, I should be an IAS officer, I should be an engineer, whatever it is. What is the purpose of life is being happy. That is the purpose of life. Enjoy your life, enjoy, see that others enjoy along with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your stimulating speech. It was really informative. I humbly request our guest of honor, Sri Rimzhim garu, to deliver his speech. Sir, could you please oblige us?
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Gurudevo Maheswaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. ఇంతమంది అధ్యాపకులు విద్యావేత్తల మధ్యన నన్ను అతిథిగా పిలిచి పిల్లలతో కాసేపు అనుభవాలు పంచుకోవడానికైనా లేకపోతే ఏదైనా రెండు మాటలు చెప్పడానికి అవకాశం ఇచ్చారు. దానికి నేను సర్వదా కృతజ్ఞుడిని. ఐఎమ్ highly privileged and greatly honored. Are you all comfortable with English or Telugu? English. Very nice. Thanks to Lord Macaulay. Who is Lord Macaulay? You don't know. Okay. What are AEIOU called? Okay. Can any one of you tell me a word which contains all the 5 vowels? Education. Fine. Can you tell them in one order as it goes? A, E, I, O, U. One word. Anybody? Come on, I want to see the spirit. A, E, I, O, U in that order. I'm not quizzing here. Okay, can you tell me a word without using all this? Without vowels. What? Okay, is there any chance to make a word without using R and Y? Cry, try, dry, fry. Try. So you all try. What is the word which has all the vowels in one order? Should I reserve the answer or I should tell it now? No, I didn't get you. Later on. Okay. It's abstemious. ABSTEMIOUS. What is it? Abstemious. It means what? Check your Google, check your dictionary. If I tell everything, then what are you going to do? Okay. I want all the people to participate in this. How many of you are getting up early in the morning? By what time? 8 o'clock. No, it's all a lie. 5, okay. Agreed. Oh. How many of you are not using mobile phones? Again a lie in front of your teachers. Huh? Everyone uses a mobile. Okay. How many of you have been to your library? For what? For gaining general knowledge? Okay. So in library you get general knowledge. Like I had a friend in Punjab who said I am going to buy common sense from the market. I had a friend from Punjab, he said, yeah, you don't have common sense? He said, okay, I'll go to the market and buy it and come back. Is it so? No, common sense is not given in the books. That's where you are wrong. Common sense is not there in the books. Textbooks don't teach common sense to you. Okay. Why should you go to a library? No, not that. To learn something more what you don't know, or to learn something which is not there in your textbooks at least. Your life should not end, or it should not be limited only to your academic textbooks. You may have to read life histories of people or about places so that you can gain some first-hand knowledge and experience. Your life doesn't stop here at the high school or at the junior college. Maybe at a later stage when you want to proceed or when you want to pursue your graduation, some of you may get a seat in IIT or NIT whereby you have to travel outside your native state. How many of you are prepared for that? Maybe there may be states where they don't speak English or English is not entertained. Then how many of you are really ready for that challenge? So you all speak Hindi, English and Telugu, you know all 3 languages? Great. That's great. So you should acquaint yourself with the culture, because India is a big country with different cultures. Who knows, you may get a seat somewhere in Uttarakhand or somewhere in Kerala or somewhere in Tamil Nadu, whereby you have to go and adjust yourself. Then the parents won't come there. You have to do it all by your own. Is it not? Okay, great. As I was just sitting there and some forum was going on, 1 or 2 students came out and said, okay, why should you compare? Why should you not compare? I want to express my view as a parent. If people don't ask you, your parents don't ask you what are you doing, is it good? Is that okay? They don't ask you how many marks you score, whether you pass, whether you fail. Is it okay? That's okay. Okay. Suppose your mother doesn't make a dish properly. Usually she makes nice food. On one day, maybe some dal or some curry, she is not making it good. So, are you quietly eating and going back? Why? So, you have every right to taunt back your mother and say that this is not good. And you will say, you are always like this, you are not making it good. So, you can give it back to your mother. But your parents should not ask you about your education, or they should not make a comparison. That's what. And you wish, you want to buy the set owned by Ileana or somebody and somebody. That's not a comparison. Okay? When you wish for these things, it's not a comparison. But when your parents ask you something, all the way it becomes a comparison and you are all so stressed. Is it not? And they should know how to compare you also. Some wise person said. If they are so much able to do all that, your life will be different. Your parents don't know what needs to be done. They have given birth to you and they are upbringing you. Please respect your parents. Please respect your teachers. Try to learn humility. Try to share love. You can have a healthy competition and comparison. But don't take things into extremity. 2 years of corona, sitting at home, playing with the mobile, watching TV, having no work, no touch with the community has given you different thoughts, I feel. Please refresh yourselves. This is the time where you can enjoy as you grow. Once you cross this age, once you complete your education, everywhere the competition exists. Without competition, there is nothing in life. Do you think it's easy to get a job? Is it that easy to get a job? Why only 900 people are becoming IAS out of 9,65,000 who appear? Because they are the best or they are the deserving. How come?
Because they're not thinking about the marks they're getting. Even my father says what is, please never think about the marks, the rank. Even what my father says is, just please don't think about the marks you're getting, not the rank you're getting. Just try to learn, just try to get many marks as possible you can. Don't, as per this reason only, they took the ranks also, sir.
Okay, agreed. He must have judged your capabilities and just to keep you less stressful, he must have told that. If marks or ranks are not criteria, then why the world is going around?
Actually, we shouldn't think about the rank in this present age, sir. Just we need to think about what we can do, what we are able to, and what we are going to do. Actually, in the lost of our education, that means we'll get a degree, certificate. Then we need to think what job we are getting. If I just want to crack the IIT seat, sir. So then I need to think about. I need to definitely get 1 to 5 top rank, any rank. Then I should think about the ranks, sir, not in this childhood, sir.
Okay.
Because comparison will be there.
Okay. Okay. I agree with you. So after completing your education, you will think of IIT and you will make it into the top 5. Is it that way? You all agree? It is a practice for you. It is a practice for you. If they are making a comparison or they are trying to tell you with your peer group, because you all come under one class and you have been taught the same. Everybody has different IQ levels. Your teachers do know that. It's a practice for you. You cannot run marathon race in one day. If you have to run a marathon, you have to make a practice. Anyway, it's up to you. How do you want to take it? It's your life. Because we have seen our life and we have reached a stage whereby we can tell it to the others. If you all people like, it's fine. If you don't like, we are not forcing you. But your parents have every right and audacity to force you for certain things because they are feeding you. Because they are feeding you, they are taking your responsibility. You have not become independent. If you have become independent, yes, you can be on your own. If you are sure you are independent, please go. Please do that. We all know how to encourage. Did you all learn to walk just by your own or on your own? You all had your tumbling steps. Your father or mother must have held you by their hand, then only you started walking. On the other day, if they thought, okay, we are not comparing with you or we are not trying to teach you, you would not have learned how to walk. Anyway, this is one part of it. As I don't know what's your name, ma'am? Oh, okay, someone was asking me to tell about my experiences. Yes, I'll tell. I am born into a middle class Orthodox Brahmin family. My father was a postmaster. Apart from the regular school studies, as I was asking you about the library, we used to get the books or the reference books from the library. Those days we were not fortunate to have Google. It's easy for you to Google up everything and know everything today. We used to go and refer our books from the library. I am an alumnus of AP Residential Junior College, Nagarjuna Sagar. I was a state topper from Commerce, Economics and Civics. I stood 12th in the state. I am a recipient of Telugu Vijnana Paritoshikam Scholarship 1984-86. But later, due to my family's economic conditions, I had to take up a job at a very early age. At 17, I joined the armed forces. I joined the Indian Navy. I don't know how, because of, again, your performance matters. I performed well and I have been interested with an engineering branch. I graduated out as an aeronautics engineer from the Naval Academy of Engineering, and I used to maintain aircrafts and work with the aircrafts. 16 years in the service of motherland, and when you thought you would retire and come out, when I came out I was about 32 and a half. I find suddenly the world has changed. The software boom has come. So I have to place myself amongst those young lot and fight to get a job. I had a good job. I used to get about 12 to 14,000 rupees of salary in somewhere in 2002, and the day I came out, I find it very difficult to get a job with 4,000 rupees a month. You have to compete, you have to compete, you have to compete. I started my training and then I wrote UPSC examinations. I got through and I joined a public sector company, Singareni Collieries Company Limited. You all know this is a coal PSU. I joined there. After that, I moved out to central government, India Post. I served as a inspector of post offices, but then somehow the public sector life or the government jobs did not suit me much, because earlier I was into government service and then I moved out to private sector. I have an experience of working with wide variety of industries and different individuals. I get more spoiled brats than what you all get in school. I am a specialist in handling trade unions and maintaining labor relations. So I have more questions I had to answer. I have to learn and I have to keep learning every day. My humble request to all of you is, I find this school having greater infrastructure, big ground, greenery, well-equipped laboratories, well-equipped classrooms, nice transportation, good teaching staff. You are all fortunate to get all this at this place. Please go and watch other schools. I am not making a comparison. I am not making that fault. Go and watch for yourself and ask people what do they get. So try to emulate yourself. Try to do the best out of what is available with you. The future is yours. Your parents have some expectations on you. Please try to fulfill that. Be a good human being. Please share love. Respect your elders. Respect your teachers. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. B. Harshita from CBSE Paikropeta, followed by V. Chandana from State Board Paikropeta, followed by
K. Pujita Devi from State Board Tuni. Thank you, sir. I would humbly invite our beloved secretary and correspondent, Sri C.H.V.K. Narsimharao Garu, to grace the stage and honor to the guest of honors. Thank you, sir. I request our beloved secretary and correspondent, Sri C.H.V.K. Narsimharao Garu, to address the audience. Sir, could you please oblige us?
అందరూ ఇంగ్లీష్లో మాట్లాడారు. మంది ఇంగ్లీష్ మీడియం స్కూల్ అని అనుకుంటాము. అంటే బేసికల్గా మనము తెలుగు వాళ్ళము, తెలుగు మర్చిపోతున్నాము. నేను ఒక్కొక్కసారి అనిపిస్తూ ఉంటుంది, 1977లో స్కూల్ స్టార్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు ఇంగ్లీష్ మీడియం ఈజ్ ఓన్లీ ది ఆన్సర్ ఫర్ ది పబ్లిక్ అనుకునేవాడు నేను. ఇవాళ ఉన్న పరిస్థితి చూస్తుంటే నైదర్ వీ నో ఇంగ్లీష్ నార్ వీ నో తెలుగు. ఎందులోనైనా ప్రొఫిషియన్సీ ఉందంటే ఎందులోనూ ఉంటుంది. ఆ లాంగ్వేజ్ని పూర్తిగా నాశనం చేస్తున్నాము. అది దయచేసి తల్లిదండ్రులు కానీ విద్యార్థులు కానీ మనసులో పెట్టుకుని ట్రై టు రెస్పెక్ట్ యువర్ మదర్ టంగ్ అండ్ లెర్న్ మోర్. అది ఫస్ట్ పాయింట్. అంటే నేను హ్యూమిలేట్ అయ్యేది, ఇంతకుముందు ఇంగ్లీష్లోనే మాట్లాడంటారా అనేవాళ్ళం. అది ఓన్లీ స్పీక్ ఇన్ ఇంగ్లీష్. నౌ వీఆర్ ఆస్కింగ్, రిక్వెస్టింగ్, యు ఆర్ ఫీలింగ్ ప్రౌడ్ టు సే దట్ ఐ డోంట్ నో తెలుగు అనే భాష విన్నప్పుడు, పిల్లల నోటి నుంచి విన్నప్పుడు ఇట్ ఇస్ హ్యూమిలేటింగ్ మీ. అండ్ ఇంగ్లీష్ అయినా ఇంగ్లీష్ మాట్లాడకపోతే మన మనుషులం కాదా? కానీ వీ లెర్న్డ్ అవర్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్. అంటే మేము చదువుకున్న స్కూల్లో పూర్తిగా తెలుగు మీడియం ఉండేది. పగలేమో విద్యార్థులు స్కూల్ చదువుకునేవారు, రాత్రులు పశువులను కట్టేసేవారు. హౌ వీ నాట్ కమ్ అప్ వితౌట్ నోయింగ్ ఇంగ్లీష్? సే ఇంగ్లీష్ ఇస్ ది వరల్డ్ యాక్సెప్టెడ్ లాంగ్వేజ్, వీ మస్ట్ నో ఇట్, బట్ నాట్ ఎట్ ది కాస్ట్ ఆఫ్ మదర్ టంగ్. ఓకే, ద టుడేస్ టాపిక్ comparison. So many people said that, so many versions. Say self-comparison is always preferable. కొంతమంది పిల్లలు ఏమన్నారంటే, వాళ్ళంతా బాగా చదువుకుంటున్నారు, మా తల్లిదండ్రులు మమ్మల్ని తిడుతున్నారు. ఇది కొంతమంది పిల్లలేమో కంపేరింగ్ అదర్స్. ఐఎమ్ సారీ, యూ కంపేర్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్, యూ కంపేర్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్. ఎట్ యువర్ ఏజ్ ఐఎమ్ ది లాస్ట్ బాయ్ ఇన్ ది క్లాస్ రూమ్ academically. I may be good in sports. Have I not come up? పాస్ మార్కులు వస్తాయా లేదా అనుకునే స్థాయిలో ఉండే విద్యార్థులు మేము. I personally feel I don't know whether I can get through my SSLC exam or not. But you will be, every child, boy or girl is having some inherent talent. You try to work it out. Always try to compare your performance in the olden days and the present day and plan how to improve it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable message. Now, I request the eminent personalities on the stage and today's child guest to join the audience. Could you please?
By taking part in the programs right from the early age, children come to know about the rich culture and traditions being followed, which also develops their interpersonal skills. Now I joyfully invite participants of folk song to sing the song.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. దేశానికి మన పల్లెలే పట్టుకొమ్మలు. పల్లెల యొక్క జీవన విధానం గురించి పాట రూపంలో పాడబోతున్నాము.
ఇప్పుడు మేము పాడబోతున్న పాట తల్లిన పల్లె. ఈ పాటను రచించిన వారు శ్రీ అనిల్ కుమార్ గారు.
సేనుల్లో పాడేటి ఆ పల్లె పాటలే తల్లి నా పల్లె సక్కాని పల్లె ఆ పల్లెలోన అందాలు చూడే ఆ పల్లెలోన అందాలు చూడే బంగారు పంటలే పచ్చాని సేనులే సేనుల్లో పాడేటి ఆ పల్లె పాటలే సేనుల్లో పాడేటి ఆ పల్లె పాటలే నీలి మబ్బు ఉరుములు చూడు రాలుతున్నా సినుకులు చూడు రాలుతున్నా సినుకులు చూడు పొంగుతున్న వాగులు చూడు పారుతున్నా ఏరులు చూడు పారుతున్నా ఏరులు చూడు అందాల నా పల్లెలు ఎంత చక్కగున్నాయి పల్లె చల్లగున్నాలే తల్లి నీవెనుండాలి అందరం కలగాలం చల్లంగా బతకాలి అందరం కలగాలం చల్లంగా బతకాలి తల్లి నా పల్లె సక్కాని పల్లె ఆ పల్లెలోన అందాలు చూడే ఆ పల్లెలోన అందాలు చూడే బంగారు పంటలే పచ్చాని సేనులే సేనుల్లో పాడేటి ఆ పల్లె పాటలే సేనుల్లో పాడేటి ఆ పల్లె పాటలే నల్లరే గడి భూములు చూడు దుక్కి దున్నే రైతులు చూడు దుక్కి దున్నే రైతులు చూడు అరగ నడిచే ఎడ్లను చూడు మొక్కలు నాటే అక్కలు చూడు మొక్కలు నాటే అక్కలు చూడు సంబరంగా ఎగిరేటి పిల్ల పాపల చూడు కోకిల రాగాలు చూడు నెమలి ఆడే ఆట చూడు పండుగొస్తే పల్లెల్లో చేసే సందళ్ళు చూడు పండుగొస్తే పల్లెల్లో చేసే సందళ్ళు చూడు తల్లి నా పల్లె సక్కాని పల్లె ఆ పల్లెలోన అందాలు చూడే ఆ పల్లెలోన అందాలు చూడే బంగారు పంటలే పచ్చాని సేనులే సేనుల్లో పాడేటి ఆ పల్లె పాటలే సేనుల్లో పాడేటి ఆ పల్లె పాటలే దసరా పండుగ జాతర చూడు బతుకమ్మ ఆడే పడుచులు చూడు బతుకమ్మ ఆడే పడుచులు చూడు దీపావళి వెలుగులు చూడు హోలీ ఆడే ఆటలు చూడు హోలీ ఆడే ఆటలు చూడు అందాల నా పల్లెలు ఎంత చక్కగున్నాయే పైడి పంట పండాలే ఇంట సిరులు నిండాలి పచ్చంగా నా పల్లె సల్లంగా ఉండాలి పచ్చంగా నా పల్లె సల్లంగా ఉండాలి తల్లి నా పల్లె సక్కాని పల్లె ఆ పల్లెలోన అందాలు చూడే ఆ పల్లెలోన అందాలు చూడే బంగారు పంటలే పచ్చాని సేనులే సేనుల్లో పాడేటి ఆ పల్లె పాటలే సేనుల్లో పాడేటి ఆ పల్లె పాటలే తల్లి నా పల్లె సక్కాని పల్లె ఆ పల్లెలోన అందాలు చూడే ఆ పల్లెలోన అందాలు చూడే బంగారు పంటలే పచ్చాని సేనులే సేనుల్లో పాడేటి ఆ పల్లె పాటలే సేనుల్లో పాడేటి ఆ పల్లె పాటలే సేనుల్లో పాడేటి ఆ పల్లె పాటలే.
What a wonderful performance! I joyfully invite Nandini and her team to perform folk song.
కుసేటట్టు నడాలి మొక్కలు మానై పచ్చని వనమై పరుసుకునేటట్టు లింగమ్మ కుసేటట్టు హోయ్ సినకమ్మ కుసేటట్టు నడాలి మొక్కలు మానై పచ్చని వనమై పరుసుకునేటట్టు లింగమ్మ కుసేటట్టు రేలా 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 సెట్లను వెచ్చంగా వానలు కుర్వంగా శర్వమ్మ కడుపు నిండంగా మా ఊరి నేలమ్మ కడుపు బండంగా సెట్లను వెచ్చంగా వానలు కుర్వంగా శర్వమ్మ కడుపు నిండంగా మా ఊరి నేలమ్మ కడుపు బండంగా చెరువు నిండుకుంటే పైరు పచ్చంగుంటే రైతు సల్లంగుంటే అన్ని కులాల నిత్య పండుగల నిండుకున్నములు నింగమ్మ మురిసేటట్టు హోయ్ సినకమ్మ కురిసేటట్టు నడాలి మొక్కలు మానై పచ్చని వనమై పరుసుకునేటట్టు నింగమ్మ మురిసేటట్టు పండు తేనె తట్టలు తిప్పి దాసనమ్మ చెట్టు ఓలాలో ఓలా మురిసేటట్టు నింగమ్మ మురిసేటట్టు వయసుకమ్మ కురిసేటట్టు నటాలి మొక్కలు మానై పచ్చని వనమై పరుసు మురిటట్టు నింగమ్మ మురిసేటట్టు రేల 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 పక్షులు పశువులు జీవరాశులకు గూడు గూడు ఇచ్చే తల్లి రాసెట్టు ఓలాలో ఓలా ఓలాల ఓలాలో ఓలాల మొక్కలు పొడి మీద మురిసి నాటి నుండే మానవాళి ప్రాణవాయువే తట్టు ఓలాలో ఓలా ఓలాల ఓలాలో ఓలాల ముందు తరాలకు అందగట్టు ముందు తరాలకు అందగట్టు ఈనాడు తీసేత సెట్టు పెట్టు నింగమ్మ మురిసేటట్టు వయసుకమ్మ కురిసేటట్టు నటాలి మొక్కలు మానై పచ్చని వనమై పరుసుకునేటట్టు నింగమ్మ మురిసేటట్టు
Wow, what a wonderful performance. Now I joyfully invite MS Chowdhury to perform more night.
ఏమైంది ఏమిటి ఘోరం లే పుత్ర లే ఏమైంది ఏమిటి ఘోరం ముక్కు పచ్చలాని నా బిడ్డను నిర్దాక్షిణ్యంగా చంపిందెవరు ఎవరు లే పుత్ర లే అవును అవును నాదా నా బిడ్డనే విశ్వ కళ్యాణం కోసం ముక్కోటి దేవతలు ఒక్కటే కోరుకున్న వరపుత్రుడు నా కలలో ఊహల్లో రూపురేఖలు దిద్దుకుని ఊపిరి పోసుకున్న నా మానసపుత్రుడు నా కంటి వెలుగు నా బిడ్డని మీరే దయాదాక్షణ్యరహితంగా మీ మూడో నేత్రంతో ఖండించారా మీ శక్తి సామర్థ్యాన్ని ఈ పసివాడి మీద చూపించారా లేదు ఇంకా ఈ క్షోభ నేను భరించలేను ఆనాడు అనంత శక్తివంతమైన మీ తేజస్సును ధరించనీయకుండా అగ్నిహోత్రుడు అంతరాయం కలిగించాడు ఈనాడు ఆదిశక్తి అంశతో జన్మించిన ఈ అవతార పురుషుణ్ణి మీరు ఖండించారు ఆ క్షోభ నేను భరించలేను తక్షణం నా బిడ్డని సజీవుణ్ణి చేయండి లేదా మీ భవానికి మరణం ఈ ప్రపంచానికి ప్రళయం నీ ముద్దు మాటలు తనివి తీరా వినలేకపోయానే ఈ అనర్థం జరుగుతుందని తెలిస్తే నిన్ను కావలి పెట్టకపోయేదాన్నే చేజేతులా నిన్ను చంపుకున్నాను శివకోపానికి బలి చేశాను వద్దు వద్దు చంద్రబింబం వంటి మోము కలిగిన నా బిడ్డడికి ఈ ఏనుగు తల ఆ వికృత రూపాన్ని నేను చూడలేను భరించను లేను కానీ నాదా భవదనంత్రు ఎలా అనుకుంటే అలా చేయండి నా బిడ్డడికి జీవం పోయండి ధన్యవాదములు.
Wow, what a fantastic performance. I happily invite DST Harsha to perform on action.
2 సంవత్సరాలుగా ఇబ్బంది పెడుతున్న కరోనా మీద ఏకపాత్ర అభినయం చేయబోతున్నాను. చేతులెత్తి మొక్కుతా, చేయి చేయి కలపకురా, కాళ్ళు కూడా మొక్కుతా, అడుగు బయట పెట్టకురా. కంటికి కనిపించని శత్రువుని, ప్రపంచ దేశాలను గడగడలాడించిన మహమ్మారిని, ఎందరో జీవితాలను చీకటిమయం చేసిన చీడ పురుగుని, కరోనా వైరస్. భయపడ్డారా? అసలు మీరు నాకంటే ప్రమాదకారులు. మీ విధ్వంసంతో ప్రళయం సృష్టించారు. పచ్చని ప్రకృతిని వికృతిగా మార్చేశారు. చెట్లను నరికేసి పచ్చటి అడవులను నాశనం చేశారు. అభివృద్ధి పేరుతో అన్ని కొల్లగొట్టేశారు. ఇలా నేల, నింగి, గాలి, నిప్పు, నీరు, పంచభూతాలని భ్రష్టు పట్టించింది ఎవరు? మీరు కాదా? మీరు నాలో చెడును మాత్రమే చూశారు. నాణానికి మరో వైపు ఉన్నట్లు నాలో చెడు మాత్రమే కాదు, మీ మానవులకి చేసిన మంచి కూడా చాలానే ఉంది. మీకు శాపంగా మారిన నేను ఈ భూమాతకు వరమయ్యాను. లాక్డౌన్ సమయంలో మీరు 4 గోడలకే పరిమితం కావడం వలన ఈ పర్యావరణానికి జరిగిన మేలు చెప్తాను వినండి. ప్రపంచంలో 30 అత్యంత కలుషితమైన నగరాలలో 21 నగరాలు మీ భారతదేశంలోనే ఉన్నాయి. ఆ నగరాలలో నివసించే ప్రజలు ఆ కలుషితమైన గాలి పీల్చి ఉక్కిరి బిక్కిరయ్యారు. కానీ లాక్డౌన్ పెట్టిన కారణంగా వారణాసి, ఢిల్లీ, ముంబై వంటి నగరాలలో 50% పైగా కాలుష్యం తగ్గింది. దీనికి కారణం ఎవరు? నేను కాదా? మీ భారతీయులకు అతి పవిత్రమైన నది ఆ గంగా. ఆ నీటిని తాగుతారు, పుణ్య స్నానాలు చేస్తారు. కానీ అక్కడుండే ఫ్యాక్టరీల వల్ల, యాత్రికులు వేసే చెత్త వల్ల అది ఎంతో కలుషితమైంది. దీని మీద మీ కేంద్ర ప్రభుత్వం కూడా వేల కోట్లు ఖర్చు పెట్టింది. అయినా ఎటువంటి లాభం లేదు. కానీ లాక్డౌన్ పెట్టిన 2 వారాలలో గంగా నది 60% పైగా శుభ్రపడింది. దీనికి కారణం ఎవరు? నేను కాదా? మీ మానవులు ఎవరు రోడ్లపై కనబడకపోవడం వలన పక్షులు, జంతువులు ఎంతో స్వేచ్ఛగా తిరగగలిగాయి. దీని లాక్డౌన్ కారణంగా వాహనాల వాడకం తగ్గింది, ఇంధనాల వాడకం తగ్గింది. దీనివల్ల ధ్వని కాలుష్యం కూడా తగ్గింది. ఇంత మంచి చేసిన నన్ను మాయదారి మహమ్మారి అన్నారు. ఈ మార్పు ఇలాగే కొనసాగిందా మీకే మంచిది. కాదు, మేము మారడం జరగదు అంటారా? ఇక మీ ఇష్టం. నేను మళ్ళీ వస్తా. ధన్యవాదాలు.
Thank you, Harsha. Group folk songs. Second place is backed by S. Yogita and team of Maurya CBSE PR Beta. Second place is backed by YNS Tansi of Chola CBSE Micropeta. First place goes to D. Vanshika of Gloria, Micropeta State Board. Followed by this event, English essay writing. goes to CH Sharmila Devi of Chola, Paikrapeta CBSE. Followed by this event, essay writing Hindi. Second place is backed by R. Lalita of Chola State, Sriyampeta. First place goes to Niharika Chaudhary of Kakatiya from Piyarpeta CBSE. Followed by this event, Satkalu. Second place is backed by KLMG Sadvika of Kakatiya CBSE Piyarpeta. First place goes to KM Sahasra of Maratha, Paikrapeta CBSE. Followed by this event, Sudoku. Second place is backed by SKSVS Rahman of Maratha, CBSE Piyarpeta. First place goes to K. Sahiti of Chola from Piyarpeta State Board. Followed by this event, Spell Bee. Second place is backed by M. Yashwant of Chola, CBSE Piyarpeta. First place goes to KHD Harshita of Kakatiya from Paikrapeta CBSE. Followed by this event, English debate. Second place is backed by D. Sriti and Soumya of Kakatiya State Piyarpeta. First place goes to K. Archana and G. Uma Maheshwari of Chola from Paikrapeta State Board. Followed by this event, Telugu debate. Second place is backed by CH Kavyanjali SMN Lakshmi of Chola CBSE Paikrapeta. First place goes to A. Aparasivalasya and G. Krishna Chandana of Chola, Tuni and State Board. Followed by this event, Hindi elocution. Second place is backed by CH Srisant of Kakatiya CBSE Paikrapeta. First place goes to S. Lohitakshini of Chola from Paikrapeta CBSE. Thank you, Mr. K. Hemant. Now, I humbly request Miss K. Pujita Devi of Sri Prakash Educational Institutions, State Board, to grace the stage and give away the prizes for winners and runners. Yoga. Second place is backed by CH Vashni Sri of Moria, CBSE Paikrapeta. First place goes to M. Pranati of Maratha, Police State Board. Followed by this event, Mono Action. Second place is backed by DST Harsha of Chola, CBSE Paikrapeta. First place goes to Chaudhary of Chola, Police State Board. Followed by this event, On the Spot Painting. Second place is backed by T. Veera Venkata Lakshmi of Chola, State Tuni. First place goes to S. Niyantha of Kakatiya, CBSE Paikrapeta. Followed by this event, Rangoli. Second place is backed by S. Rajesh of Kakatiya, State Tuni. First place goes to R. Divyasri of Chola, State Board, Paikrapeta. Thank you, Ms. K. Pujita Devi. I humbly request Mr. G. Bharat, Sri Prakash Educational Institutions, CBSE Paikrapeta, to grace the stage and give away the prizes for winners and runners. The runners of Coco game are P&with Chakri and team of Moria, CBSE Paikrapeta. First place goes to A. Venkat Kishore and team of Chola, CBSE Paikrapeta. Second place is backed by Samir Raj of Moria, CBSE Pygropeta. First place goes to Vijay Satyakumar of Chola, State Pygropeta. Thank you, Mr. G. Bharat Venkat. The runners of the game Coco are G. Harni and team of Maratha CBSE Pygropeta. First place goes to Anushka Khevar and her team of Maurya CBSE Pygropeta. The runners of the game throw ball are N. Pavani and her team of Chola State Tuni. The winner of throw ball is Anushka Khevar and Maurya CBSE Pygropeta. Followed by this event, 100 meters relay running. The winner of 100 meters running, Anushka Khevar of Maurya CBSE Pygropeta.
Now it's time for prize distributions for the super seniors. I request Srimati B. Sitarani ma'am, headmistress of Sri Prakash Vidyaniketan State Board Tuli, to grace the stage and give the prizes for the leaders and runners. For essay writing Telugu, second place is backed by D. Mahita, Pygropeta State Board. First place goes to A. Sri Durga Mahalakshmi, CBSE Pygropeta. Followed by essay writing English, second place is backed by P. Saumya, CBSE Pygropeta. First place goes to BND Harshita, State Board Pygropeta. Followed by essay writing Hindi, first place goes to G. Sadrika, State Board Tuli. Congratulations to all the winners and thank you so much ma'am. Now I would like to request Sri D.V. Srinivasa, Headmaster of Sri Prakash Vidyaniketan State Board Pygropeta, to grace the stage and give the prizes for winners and runners of the Sri Prakash. Volleyball second prize goes to, and the winners are G. Deepak and team State Board Pygropeta. Followed by running 200 meters. Second place is backed by B.
followed by relay running, and the runners are Bala Venkat and team, State Board Pagropeta. Congratulations to all the winners and thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to invite Srimati M. Aparna, Vice Principal of Sri Prakash Vidyaniketan, CBSE Pagropeta, to grace the stage and give out the prizes for the winners and runners under the category of Games and Sports to Super Seniors Girls. CBSE Pagropeta. Followed by relay running. The runners are Yamni and Team State Board Pagropeta. And the winners are Team Anita and Team CBSE Pagropeta. Congratulations to all the winners.
All the students are aware that every year rolling shields are presented to the house that shows extraordinary performances in academics, discipline, in-school activities, out-school activities, and overall championship in Sri Prakash Vidyaniketan, Annavaram, Tuni, and Pagropeta campuses. So I request Sri MVVS Murthy Sir, Senior Principal of Sri Prakash Educational Institutions, to present the rolling shields to our winners. First, I would like to call upon the winners of Sri Prakash Vidyaniketan Tuni campus. I request the house captains, vice captains, and house masters of the Memorial House to come up on the dais and receive the rolling shield of all the house members. category of discipline is again backed by Chala. Followed by the presentation of ruling sheet under the category of in-school activities is backed by none other than the Moria House. I proudly invite the house captains, vice captains and the house masters of the Moria House to come up on the dais and receive the ruling sheet on behalf of all the house members. Followed by the presentation of ruling sheet under the category of out-school activities is backed by my friends Tatya House. Give them a big round of applause. I proudly invite the house captains, vice captains and house masters of the Tatya House onto the dais to receive the ruling sheets on behalf of all the house members. Now comes the turn for the most exciting announcement of the day, for which I personally was very excited for. The announcement of the overall championship trophy is backed by. Is backed by. It is backed by the Tatya House. Give them a big round of applause. Congratulations to all the winners, runners, and each and every participant who gave their best to make this day a grand success. Again, a very happy Children's Day to one and all. The children of today will make the India of tomorrow. The way we bring them up will determine the future of the country. These golden words hold a gravitas to be remembered for ages. Chacha Nehru dedicated his life to ensure that every children has the fundamental right to education and tirelessly worked to reinforce the establishment of various educational institutes in India. Today, such institutions have become an essential ingredient for nation building and are known as the institutes of national importance. The aforementioned will revive the significance of the Children's Day. Let us pledge to keep the motivate intact and actionable to the enjoy the day, entitled to the youth and the children in its purest sense. It might be only a day, 14th November, but let us sow a seed that will reap benefits in the coming years, resulting in it is celebrated on 14th November every year. Now let us all thank you.